So the very end of Chayev Sarah, the incredible life of Avrohom Avinu comes to an end, and the pasuk says, "Vayigva vayomos Avrohom b'seva toiva zokim v'saveya v'yosef el amav." Interesting words that Avrohom died b'seva tova with good perspective and good days and a good situation. He was old, he was satisfied. V'saveya v'yosef el amav. And Zokim v'saveya, Ramban says, Shira kol mishal esliboy. He saw everything that his heart desired. Kol toiva, all good. He was in this incredible position. HaKadosh Baruch Hu blessed him. He had a son. All of the accomplishments he had. And it's interesting, so in the Ramban's bar, what's the point of the Torah telling us this? We sort of know from the fact that HaKadosh Baruch Hu blessed Avram in terms of him being the father of Klal Yisrael, telling him that his future offspring are going to be a great nation. And the Ramban mentions that David had a similar reference in the end of his days. V'sipur chazei Hashem b'tzadikim. It's the way HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to tell us about tzaddikim. Look at the incredible life that they had, the reward that they received. Umid tova behem. So that's one aspect. That the reason why the Torah wants to convey it, to understand that these great people who give, even though certainly David's life wasn't simple and he had so much trials and tribulations, but at the end, in his passing, he was seva tova. He was in a very good, satisfied state. But then he says, "Umida tova behem." The Torah not only is trying to convey to us the way HaKadosh Baruch Hu deals with tzaddikim, and that look at the wonderful life that they had based on the incredible levels of righteousness that they were able to aspire to, but it's also umida tova behem. But the Ramban then adds, it's also a quality that the tzaddikim had. So yisavu b'mosros. That they did not desire more. They didn't have this attitude that there's more I could have received, there's more that I could have earned, there's more luxuries I could have had. I never got to that, Lamborghini. I never got to that home in the Alps. Whatever it might have been, it's mosros, it's extras, that they did not desire extras. That there is a fundamental desire of the heart that HaKadosh Baruch Hu put into us, and that the reference that we say referring to other people that Shlomo Melech says in Koheles, okay, that it did not apply to Avram. Lo kamo shema b'shar noshim oyev kesef or yizba kesef. V'amru bo also ein adam yotzim na'olam v'chatzi tavasa b'yadoi. It's a medrash. Yesh b'yadamon Messiah. This fundamental principle of life and of psychology that basically we're not satisfied. You've got 100, you want 200. You have 200, you want 400. You got $1 billion, you want $2 billion. This is a built-in sort of natural way that we are based on our physicality and our desire for physicality, our desire for materialism. And the message is that it didn't apply to them. This concept of oyev kesef or yizba kesef did not apply to the tzaddikim like Moshe Rabbeinu. So you stop and you think about what this Ramban is saying to us. This is really incredible. Because Avrohom Avinu, was an incredible person. He was on a very high level of tzidkis. He was literally one of the greatest people in human history. Avrohom Avinu, he's the father of Klal Yisrael. He was a person who was blessed with tremendous wealth. He had the physicality. He had wealth. He had riches. He had anything he wanted. He was a powerful man on all levels. And you would have said, based on just our assumption of tzaddikim and of the way great people are able to, reach great heights, that it would have been a complete no-brainer. It would have been you would have thought that this is not even an issue. You're going to tell me that Avram Avinu passed away, a wealthy man, one of the richest people in the world, so accomplished in every which way, and what? That he did not want more? That there wasn't a pang of, I never got that fancy yacht or whatever it might be, that he wanted more on a physical level? You'd say that he would be totally beyond it. And apparently what the Ramban is teaching us is that this, it's a very profound message for us, because again, if we think that, we're living in a world that somehow we've quelled and quenched our desire for physicality, Baruch Hashem, we have to work on and bitachon and we know all this. And obviously that's our life's mission, to not fall into that trap of longing for things, of wanting more physical things, and having that desire blind us and cause us to rationalize things. So sometimes, we think that, we've got that under control, and I'm not being driven by my desire for more possessions, for more materialism, for more money. That doesn't drive me. I'm way beyond that. We see from here that it's so built into the nature of a human being. It's part of the fabric of how we were created in terms of, again, we're from Adama, and therefore the physical part, the chaymer is muchzik, and the chaymer pulls, the physicality pulls at us, and it's so easy for a person to get blinded and to fall into that trap and to have this maybe subconscious, desire, and therefore rationalization. I got to get ahead. I got to get more. I got to do this. I got to fudge that, and all these things that somehow, if we don't think we're susceptible to these things, we're not going to be on guard for them. The Ramban is teaching us this incredible level of Avram Avinu, that he didn't fall into that trap. That means you could have reached Avram Avinu's level, and it's possible. If the Torah had not said that, it seems like the Rabbanim would have said it's possible that Avram Avinu might have passed away, and yet there would have been some pangs of desire. Oh, I didn't get that. That my bucket list is not really full yet. I still, I thought I was going to go there. I thought I was going to, be able to who knows where, see which part of the world, go around the world in a cruise. Well, who knows what. But it's possible. That means it was a special quality of Avram Avinu, that he didn't fall into that trap. That means for everybody else, for us mere mortals, that trap is forever out there. So it's a tremendous message and a lesson for us, and it's sort of a calling for us to really always be on guard, to always look into our actions, to always remind ourselves that that's why we're in the world, not for physicality. We're here for eternity. We're here to gain the mitzvos and the relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu that will give us eternity. But to think that it's not a factor. There's stories about so many different stories about people who, because of their nedunya, because of the dowry, the Chavetz Chaim brings one of his chaverim. He was in a very iluyish chabura. He was in a very elite group, and he specifically chose a wife that there wasn't a lot of physicality, a lot of spirituality. Mentioned that a friend, got married to somebody whose, father-in-law was quite wealthy, and it drew him away. And somebody who could have become great in Torah ended up going after business and didn't really work out too well for him. But you see that it's something that so could get into our bloodstream, so to speak, so get into our system, even if we've reached certain levels of spiritual growth. So Bez Hashem, if we, at least if we're aware of it, if we see this incredible Ramban and work on it and constantly remind ourselves and learn the mussar that required to not fall into those traps, Bez Hashem, we too will not be from the category of Ayev Kesef, Liz by Kesef, but Bez Hashem always be in the category of Ezehu Osher Samech B'Chalko.